software which I have installed for my Windows operating system. Okay. So I have included the header files in my program, right? Now you can see I'm getting the output. Means without header file also I can run my program. Okay. Why we are declaring header files? It's not mandatory, but it is good practice to write the header file in our program so that the declaration of this function, which function? If you are writing hash include stdio.h, hash include stdio.h, this header file containing this printf and this scanf function. Okay, because what is the long form of this header file? Standard input we are taking through scanf function, right? And output means what? We are displaying something through printf function. So these two functions declaration is present in stdio.h header file. Okay, but the definition is present in library file. When we run that program, we will get that code from library file. Okay, and we include one more header file in our program, that is hash include conio.h, right? That is nothing but our console input output. Long form is what? Console input output. Okay, so whenever we are running the program, this is called as what? Console window. This window is called as what? Console window, right? We are giving some input through console window and then we are getting the output, right? So if you don't write CLR SCR in your program, then you will not be able to see the current output. Okay. Let me check with some other program. You need to type here star means all .c programs. Okay, so suppose I have shown you this program, right? So if I forgot to write CLR SCR function, okay, how to compile the program? Alt plus F9. It is giving some warning. Function should return a value. Function should return a value. Why? Because instead of void, I have written it as a integer. I have written it as a integer. So if I write void here, I will not get any error. I will not get that warning. See, I am getting the output, right? But if I write the integer, then I told you that you need to write the return statement in that case. You need to write what? A return statement. See here. Now I'm getting the output. Okay. Clear? That is the
Yes, sir.
difference.
समझ
That is the difference between integer and void. If I'm writing this integer main means what? This is value returning function. This is what value it is going to return integer type of value. In that case, you need to write the return statement. If you are writing void, then you don't need to write it because that will be non-value returning function. It is not void means what? It is not going to return any type of value. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And as you can see, I have missed this CLR SCR function. Okay. So if I try to run my program, I have entered some values here, right? See, along with 12 and 12, that is 12 and 12 will be added and I will get 24. But I don't want to see the previous content, right? मैंने जितने बार भी पहले प्रोग्राम रन किया था सबका आउटपुट भी दिख रहा है यहाँ पे. क्लियर? दिख रहा है ना? देखो एंटर द वैल्यू फॉर ए बी 12 12 पहले का जो आउटपुट दिख रहा है. बट आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन माय प्रीवियस आउटपुट. I don't want to see the previous output. So for that I need to clear the screen. So I need to write here CLR SCR. Now I will not be able to see the previous output, as you can see. I'm able to see only the current output, right? Because we are not interested in previous output, whatever I got. Because every time when I will change the input, the output will be changed, right? So just to clear our previous output, we are using CLR SCR function, right? One more function that we use is gate ch function. If I forgot to write gate ch, within a fraction of second, my output window will vanish and I will not be able to see the output. I will try to run my program using Control F9. For compilation, we type Alt F9, but for running, we type what? We press what? Control plus F9. I can see. I have entered the value, I have entered the input, but I will not be able to see the output. Now you can see within a fraction of second, the output window will vanish. I'm not able to see the output. So to hold that output window, to hold that output, we are using gate ch. That is gate character. Okay? Long form for this gate ch is what? Gate character. Now I will be able to see the output. 12, 12, 24. In previous case, I was not able to see the output. Within a fraction of second, that output window get vanished. Okay, and this is the flow for each and every program. You need to start with the header file, standard input.2.h, conio.h, then the main function, right? That is the entry point for each and every program. Once you entered the main function, you need to declare some variables. After writing the variables, you need to write the CLR SCR function. Then you need to display some message to the user for taking the input, and we take the input through scanf function. Okay, then we apply the logic, and then we display that output. Okay, and remember this point, we use ampersand only for the scanf function, because whatever input we take through scanf function, it will be stored at particular memory address. Okay, don't write ampersand symbol while displaying the value of that variable. I'm not writing the ampersand symbol for C, because I don't want the memory address of that variable. I just want the value. Because see, whenever whenever I create a variable, suppose my variable name is A. Okay, my variable name is A, and I'm storing 10 value in it. Okay, and that value will get stored at particular memory address. I'm giving integer number, but the memory address is in memory is in hexadecimal form. It will be in a hexadecimal form. Okay, instead of this integers. So whenever you create a variable, when you store some value, what is the use of variable? We store some value in the variable, right? And that value will get stored at particular memory address. This is nothing but memory address. This is memory address, right? So at this particular memory address, this value will get stored, right? Right. So when we print something, we are interested in this value. That's why we simply write variable in printf function while displaying, right? But in scanf, we write the ampersand symbol. It indicates what? The memory address. It indicates what? The memory address of that variable, right? So whatever value you take as an input in scanf function, that input will be stored at particular memory address. So that's why we are giving the ampersand symbol. So it indicates the memory address of that variable. Yeah, Mihir, we will take one session. Uh, In that session, I will clear all these things: C programming, Java, Python, and what are the different uses and all. Because I think we have to conduct two extra sessions for this. So in the first session, I will teach you the basics of computer programming. Okay, that will be our orientation session. Okay, and in the second session, I will teach you the latest trends in IT. Okay, so at that time, I will clear all the differences in C programming, Java programming, then Python programming. Okay, then we'll see the second day, we will see the latest trends in IT. So at that time, I will clear all these doubts. Anything else? Sahil, Diksha, Yash, be frank, okay? Whatever doubt you have, if you are not understood something, ask me. Ask me, because if you are not clear with the basics, then you will face a lot of problem in the remaining lectures. So be clear with your basics. I will repeat for you. I don't have any problem. So be frank if you are not understood something.
हेलो सर।
Yes.
हाँ सर, कोई बेसिक टॉपिक होगा जो इम्पोर्टेंट होगा वो बताओ।
नहीं, आपको CLR SCR समझ में आया कि आपने CLR SCR का पूछा था मुझे?
नो सर।
नहीं समझ में आया?
नो सर।
अभी मैंने डेमो दिखाया था, तब भी नहीं समझ में आया आपको CLR SCR?
लेफ्ट हो गया था, थोड़ा नेटवर्क एरर था।
नेट का क्या?
नेटवर्क एरर था, मतलब लेफ्ट हो गया था अभी मैं ग्रुप से।
ओके।
मीटिंग से लेफ्ट हो गया था।
तो आपने देखा नहीं क्या उसको? मैंने
नो
डेमो
सर।
दिखाया। ये देखो, यहाँ पे हम लोग वेरिएबल डिक्लेयर करने के बाद, वेरिएबल क्यों यूज करते हैं हम लोग? वैल्यू स्टोर करने के लिए। जैसे हम लोग मेन फंक्शन में एंट्री करते हैं, वैसे हम लोग यहाँ पे वेरिएबल्स डिक्लेयर करते हैं। इट इज मैंडेटरी टू डिक्लेयर वेरिएबल इनसाइड मेन फंक्शन, राइट? वेरिएबल डिक्लेरेशन के बाद हम लोग CLR SCR लिखते हैं। ओके, अगर मैंने CLR SCR नहीं लिखा, देखो पहली बार अगर मैं प्रोग्राम रन करता हूँ, तो मैंने 12 और 12 इनपुट दे दिया। ओके, आउटपुट क्या है? 24। ओके, फिर से मैं प्रोग्राम रन करूंगा, तो देखो पहले का भी आउटपुट दिखाया उसने। अभी मैं इनपुट दे रहा हूँ 13, 14, 13 एंड 14। अभी आउटपुट दे रहा है 27, बट उसने पहले का आउटपुट भी दिखाया, जो कि मुझे नहीं चाहिए। मुझे स्क्रीन को क्लियर करना पड़ेगा, बराबर? Because I just want 27 as output, 13 and 14 I will give as input, and I want just 27 as output. I don't want to see this 12 plus 12 as a 24. So for that, I need to write CLR SCR function. CLR SCR for clear screen. Now see, 13, 14. I'm not able to see my previous output. Okay, that is the use of CLR SCR. If you use the CLR SCR, you will not be able to see my previous output. That's why it is mandatory to use, because we are interested only in the current output. That is the reason. Understood?
यस सर।
मैंने जो भी रिकॉर्डिंग्स मैं आपको चैनल पे शेयर कर रहा हूँ ना, उसको देखो। आप एक बार में नहीं समझ में आ रहा, 2 बार देखो, 3 बार देखो, उसको समझो और उसको प्रैक्टिस करो। वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। प्रैक्टिस नहीं करोगे तो आपको कुछ नहीं आएगा। ओके, आज एक्चुअली मैं सोचा था कि 15-20 स्टूडेंट भी अगर ज्वाइन करते हैं तो मैं 2 घंटे का सेशन लूंगा, बट उस ट्रेन देख के मुझे मतलब इच्छा ही नहीं हुआ। ओके, देखो, ये टर्बो CID जैसे आप ओपन करोगे, अभी देखो यहाँ पे बहुत सारे विंडोज है, इन सब विंडोज को अगर मुझे क्लोज करना है तो यहाँ पे विंडोज के ऑप्शन में जाना है, विंडोज क्लोज ऑल, बिकॉज आई वांट डोंट वांट टू सी ऑल दिस विंडोज। ओके, अभी मुझे एक सिंपल प्रोग्राम टाइप करना है यूजिंग टर्बो सी। तो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, फाइल में जाके, पहले मैं क्विट कर रहा हूँ, आपको तो स्टार्टिंग से बताता हूँ कैसे करना है। जैसे ही मेरा सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल हो जाएगा यहाँ पे मैं डबल क्लिक करूंगा, फिर ये सॉफ्टवेयर ओपन होगा, राइट। Anyone is facing problem while I'm teaching in English, or shall I use mix of Hindi and English? Okay, so in file you need to click on new, because I want to create a new program. So in new, okay, so when you will click on new, the file name will be default like this, okay, with dot cpp, that means C++, but I am learning C programming, so I need to change that name. So how to change that name? Click on file, save as. So save as में मैं कुछ भी नाम दूंगा, मुझे देना है सपोज demo1, कुछ भी नाम दे सकता हूँ मैं, demo1.c, because see, the default extension was CPP means what, C++, but I am learning C, so it should be .c, and then click on OK. Now you can see the name is changed here, right? Demo1.c. Okay. First of all, whenever you use this software, you need to make sure that your program is saved with .c extension. Your first step will be like this: make sure your program is .c extension. Okay. Then we start with the header file, hash include stdio.h, then hash include conio.h. These two are a header file, right? Then what is the entry point for program? What is the entry point? Can you tell me which function we use? Anyone? What is the entry point for our programming language? Void main. So I can write either void main or I can write integer main. So this is what user defined function. Why user defined? Because the user can write his own logic inside this function. So I can write my logic here inside this function as per the user requirement. So it is following the user defined function syntax. So it is user defined function. So after entering into main function, what is our first step? What is our first step? We declare some variable, right? It can be of integer, it can be of floating type, it can be anything. Okay. So float f, comma c, then d. Anything you can take. Then after declaration of variable, we write what? CLR scr function to clear the screen. Then we ask the user that you have to enter some values, okay, to printf function. Okay, we will ask the user. So for that we need to display some message to the user. So this message will be displayed to the user: enter the values for f and c, because I want to do the addition of f and c and store that result in a d. So we need to take the input now, because this message will be displayed to the user on his output screen, that enter the values for f and c. Now whatever input he will enter, that input should be captured in our program using scanf function. So how many input I want? I just want two inputs in double quotes. First of all, we write the format specifier. So what is the format specifier for floating? F. So %f, double quotes complete, comma, ampersand. We need to use the ampersand because we are taking the input for my program. Okay? And that value will be stored in D, F plus C. And I want to display the value of D here. So what is the data type of D? Float. So the format specifier should be F. And I will display that value. And after that, I will write get ch function. Okay. This is the output. Okay. Now you can see after 24.7000001, I don't want to see that value. So I can restrict it. Right? I can restrict it to the point because point के बाद मुझे सिर्फ एक ही number देखना है. So I will write here before %f, I will write here 0.1. So 12.5. You can see after that decimal point, I'm able to see only one number, that is 0. I want to see two decimal points. After dot, I want to see up to two decimal places. So 12.5. Now see, after that decimal point, I'm able to see two zeros here. Okay, so that is the use. You can restrict it through that format specifier, right? I want to see up to four after decimal point, right? Four number after decimal point. So now I will change my input 10.8. You can take in anything. You can see I'm getting 4,000 now, right? Because four decimal places. Right? This is the use. You can modify your format specifier like this as per your requirement. Okay. That's it for today. Anything else? Anything else? Okay, so I'm closing the meeting now. We will reschedule our lectures on some other day. Okay. Thank you so much for joining. If you have any doubt related to our program, you can ask me at any time. But be clear with the subject. Otherwise, you will not be able to understand the advanced topic. Okay. Now all of you can leave.